What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm gonna teach you how to solve a 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So let's just jump into it. So if you don't know about the pieces in the cube, you can go ahead and check out my previous video in which I taught how to solve a 2x2 Rubik's Cube. So in that I talked about all the pieces of the cube of the 3x3 too and of the 2x2. So go ahead and check that out first. So the first step is called the white cross, and for that you need to face the white side and make a cross on it. So means we need to insert edge pieces, but make sure that they're matching with the colors around them, then only we will have a perfect cross. Alright, so let's just pick one edge piece. So here's red and white, and now whatever edge piece you'll find, we need to make sure it's in the bottom there. So this is already in the bottom there because that's how it's supposed to go. We're gonna run through some pieces that are in the left layer and the right layer, so we'll move its own face and make it go to the bottom layer. But this right now, red and white, it's already in the bottom layer. So first we're gonna go ahead and match red with red like that, and then red and white is actually supposed to go over there, so we're gonna move its own face 2 times, and there we go, that's solved. Now let's look for another piece. Yep, here's one piece, green and white. So this is already in the bottom layer once again, so that's good. We're gonna go ahead and match green with green right there, and then it's supposed to go over here, so we're gonna move its own face 2 times, and another piece solved. Now let's look for another one. So here we go, this piece, blue and white. Now this is in the right layer. This could either be in the left layer or in the right layer, doesn't matter, but one thing is that we need to make it go to the bottom layer, so we can just go ahead and do that. It's in the bottom there. But what happened by doing that is that we messed up one piece over there, white and red. Now that's messed up, so we need to make sure that there's one empty slot over here that we don't really care about, so that when we do this move, nothing messes up from above. So this is an empty slot, it was over here, so I just moved it over here. And now if I do this turn and make this blue and white go in the bottom there like that, nothing is messed up from above. And now reset what you did before. Like now it's still messed up, so if you reset, you're gonna have these 2 pieces solved too, and blue and white is at the bottom now. So blue and white is in the bottom there. We're gonna go ahead and match blue with blue like that, and then we're gonna do 2 turns and 3 pieces solved. Now 3 edge pieces solved. So let's look for the last one. Yep, here it is, white and orange. Now this is also again in the left layer. It could be in the right and the left. We need it in the bottom layer. So if I do that and make it in the bottom layer, I messed blue and white. So make sure there's an empty slot over here. So this is a slot we don't care about. Move it, go ahead and move it over here. Now move this in the bottom layer and then reset what you did there. So reset. And orange and white in the bottom layer, and everything else is solved, which we did before. So match orange with orange like that, and then it's supposed to go over here, so move its own face 2 times, and there we go, the whole cross is solved now. Okay, so there are 2 cases that you might run in. So here's one in which the piece is already in the bottom layer, like white and red, it's already in the bottom there, but it's kind of flipped, if that's the correct word, because I wanted red to be over here and white to be over here, then only I could match red with red and then move its own face, then we would have it solved. But now I can match white with white, right? So I need to make this go in the right layer or to the left layer, then move it down the correct way. So if I move it to the left layer, it's gonna mess up one piece that I've already solved. Even if I move it to the right, it's gonna be messed up. So you have an empty slot, go ahead and move it over here, then move it to the left or the right, doesn't matter. So I move it to the left and everything else is messed up, so reset. Now everything else is solved and we have this in the left layer. Now go ahead and hold the cube like this, because now you know that if you're gonna move it to the bottom layer like that, then we're gonna get red and white, not white and red the other way. But again, one piece is messed up, is gonna mess up, so empty slot, move it over here, then move it down in the bottom there. Now red and white, and everything's messed up, reset. Now everything's solved too, and red and white. Now you can go ahead and match red with red like that, and then it's supposed to go over here, so move its own face 2 times, and there we go, we have the cross solved. So that's the first case. And the second case is when the piece is already in the right place, means it's already where it's supposed to go, but it's flipped. So this red and white, once again, it should be the other way around. So I'm just gonna go ahead and move it down first, just get it out of the top, and then now red and white is in the right side, so I'm gonna move it to the bottom there. Look, I'm not, now most of you must be thinking that why am I not holding the cube like this and then moving to the bottom there. It's because then I'm gonna get white and red, and that's not what we want. Then that's why I'm holding the cube like this and then moving to the bottom layer, because then you should know that you will get red and white, not white and red. But yeah, this piece is getting messed up. So this is the empty slot, move it over here, then move it down, red and white down, and reset. So there we go, everything solved, and red and white in the bottom there. So that's why I say it's the same basic idea. Now red match with red like that, and then it's supposed to go over here, so move its own face 2 times, and there we go, we have the whole cross solved now. So now that we have the cross solved, we're gonna move on to the next step, that is called the first layer. And for that we need to insert corner pieces now, but they should match with the colors around them. Then only we will have a first layer fully solved and correct. So now I'm gonna be talking about 4 moves you need to memorize to make the first layer. Is white, blue, red, so keep them in the same layer, and don't hold the cube like this, hold the cube like this where it's in the right. Maximum amount of times you need to do these moves so that you can get that piece in the right place 2 times, 3 times. So for the second layer as well, we're gonna hold the cube in which white faces the bottom, and we're gonna solve these edge pieces to make the whole second layer. This is basically the second layer. So now I'm gonna look at edge pieces that don't have yellow on them. So now I'm gonna look at this, now I'm gonna look at that. This is green and yellow and blue and yellow. They have yellow on them, so don't look at these 2 pieces. And these 2 pieces, however, they don't have yellow on them. Red and green, red and green, and red and blue. So I can just go ahead and solve any one of them first. So I'm gonna solve this one first, and whichever color is facing towards you, you need to match that with that respective color. So green is facing towards me, match it with green, and now we're gonna do some moves over and over again to make the second layer, just like we did for the first layer. You can rewind and check. So red and green, this is supposed to go over here, red and green. So this is the algorithm. You move this is supposed to go to the left side. So I'm gonna move this layer to the right, move the left layer up, move it away, down, then again move it away, up, left, down. Now we have the red and green solved. So I'm just gonna keep going through, and you'll eventually get the basic idea of what I'm trying to talk about. And here's the case you can often run into when the piece is already in the right place but it is flipped, like this green and orange. It should be the other way around. So I'm gonna first move this to the top layer by moving this up, right, down, and move it away, up, left, down. Now everything else is in the right, and nothing else got messed up except that that piece is somewhere in the top now. Yep, here it is, green and orange. So green is facing towards me, so I'm gonna match that with its respective color like this, and this is supposed to go on the right side now. So move this to the left, move the right layer up, move it away, down, move it away again, up, left, down. So green and orange also solved. And just let me just explain and recap that whenever the piece is flipped away, first you need to make it go to the top layer first, and then when it's already in the top layer, when you did it correctly, then you're gonna match that color which is facing towards you with its respective side, and then do the same thing what I just did right now. Then you will eventually have that piece solved, and the second layer will also be solved. Alright, now that we have the yellow cross solved, we're gonna solve these 4 edge pieces. So first we're just gonna go ahead and move the top layer for a few times, just so that we can match edge pieces that can already be matched. So there we go, we have 2 edge pieces already matched. Now remember one thing in mind, that the maximum amount of edge pieces you can match is 2. And those 2 could be either next to each other like this blue and orange right here, or it could be opposite from each other. And sometimes you just get all the edge pieces matched, like all these 4 edge pieces matched, and you don't need to move the top layer also, so then you can skip this step. Now what was I talking about before was that you can either have like these 4 corner pieces that are matching with the colors around them. You can either have this one piece literally in the right place and 3 matching with the colors around them, and the last thing 2 literally in the right place and 2 matching with the colors around them. So you ignore the ones that are literally in the right place, but you do the down, left, upright thing on the ones that are in the right place but matching with the colors around them. And when that yellow piece comes on the top, then you move the next one over there and then to do the same thing. And when that comes on the top, if you have another one, move that over there and then do it, and eventually you will have it solved. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you solved your first 3x3 Rubik's Cube, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel, and peace out.